Kwa majina naitwa Steve Kumu, nimejulikana ni Zeze. Mimi ni mkaaji wa hapa Kisumu. So far, kitu inafanyika hapa Kisumu haitufurahishi sisi wananchi wa Kisumu. Sisi wakaaji wa Kisumu hatufurahii na mambo yanafanyika hapa Kisumu. Si ati lazima tu support serikali ndio tukae na amani hapa. Tangu tupige rally ya babu hapa Kisumu, hatujakaa na amani hapa. Na wenye walipiga usosi bado wanatembea, na wanatembea na maafisa wa polisi kwa gari. Kwa nini? Kwani hii Kenya tunaishi Kenya gani? Simuuze hii Kenya, kila mtu mpatie pesa yake aende penye anaenda. Si lazima tu support William Samoei Ruto ndio tukae na amani. Hapana. Hatuwezi kaa hivyo. Mimi niko na right yangu ya kusupport kila mwenye nataka. Unataka tukusupport. Umetufanyia nini kama vijana? Umetufanyia nini? Sisi hatuna kazi. Hizo vitu unasema ati umetenda umetenga. Umetengia kina nani? Hapana. Hatuwezi ishi hapa Kisumu. Hiyo Kisumu hatuwezi ishi hivyo. Wenye walipiga usosi kwanza washikeni, mkishawashika mkuje kwetu mtushike. Kenya kuna sheria. Tuko na sheria hapa Kenya. Kenya sijui niseme nini. William Samoei Ruto, PS Raymond Omollo, waachana na sisi kama vijana. Sisi hapa Nyalenda ndio tunaishi, tumepona na babu hapa. Sisi babu ni moja wetu, tukisupport babu si lazima utushike, si lazima tuweke bunduki, si lazima tuweke bangi, sisi si wezi. Mbona wenye walipiga usosi pale hamujashika? Mbona wenye walipiga Orengo huko hamujashika? Na wenye walipiga Orengo, wenye walifukuza Orengo ni wenye walipiga usosi. Mbona wajawashika? Saa hizi mnaweka Oliver na mambo ya kukimbia. Juu Oliver alisupport babu. Kwa nini? Kwa nini? Mkijua kama mnajua mko na grounds, mmefanyia wananchi kazi miaka 5, msiogope. Msiogope. Kujeni kwa wananchi. Kujeni kwa wananchi. Juu maisha ni ngumu. Gharama ya maisha ni ngumu. Mambo ya shule ni mabaya. Mambo bana, hii kitu ni mbaya. Hii kitu ni mbaya. Hii kitu ni mbaya. Na ni one time bro. One time bro. And line has been drawn. Line has been drawn. Na tulishachora. Tam ni moja.
Majina kamili kama Jibril Mesaya, youth leader Kisumu as a whole, na bado mkaji wa Kondele Kisumu Massive. Na kitu kumetuletolewa hapa aswa la maana, tumekuja hapa hivi contain on a serious terms what happened to our brother yesterday, who was abducted yesterday, Mamboleo Posho, akapelekwa mpaka Eldoret under torture. Amekuwa held under Communicado Kondele Police Station, na leo kufikia leo amekuwa presented kwa courts Winam Kibuye. Kwanza wacha niseme na shukuru kwa kitu nye DCI wamefanya na our court system, ku obey the doctrine under the habeas corpus doctrine that 24 hours unashikwa na kuwa kupresented kwa koti. Tunashukuru. Mimi kama youth leader mimi nasema kitu inafanyika Kisumu si poa. Kwa wakati tumenatuweka wote kwa target. We won't sail in the one same ship. Kila mtu akona maamuzi yake kuchukua on which ship to sail on. Na sasa Omar alichagua one time ndio ship yake anataka ku sail on. Mbona sasa mnamuattack? Mbona mnamintimidate? Mbona mnamuabduct? Tafadhali mimi kama mkazi mimi naomba implement the 10-point agenda. Hiyo ndio kitu ni Raila alituachia na katuambia as much as tuko kwa broad based ama kwa whichever nini, let's implement the 10-point agenda. Na hapo hivyo ndio mimi tuachia. My brother, let's implement the 10-point agenda. No more abductions. Acha niache ndugu yangu aongee.
Ilongane Immaculate Chingtavale aka Nyarbabu kwa sababu bila babu ni tabu. To kuom gimno chako timre nyoro sa mano mak cousin mara miluongo ni Omar otere Eldoret akatochiwa kuom Eldoret owuot kode kano chopo Kondele police station by sapaga chiel no tamwa no kwanene kano wadhi nene okinyo sira wende nikech kaka no owinjo matek kaka no wadhi nene otamwa no kwanene ma gimora mara mane watemo tero ne otamruok ni macha en amroba en madara to penjo teng'eyo kaka an ang'eye en gi nyithindo ariyo ma pod tindo chiege be pod yach pok nang'eyo ga ni en ga angroba pok nang'eyo ga ni en ga madara kana chope kot ka winjo kondik ne gik moko ma ok chalna to an mana gi akwayo mana Raymond Omollo ma en Kisumu osiepa iluongo ni Ezakaya Oyugi notigo notere kanye noti kode to nochidne noti kata joma ng'eny mosetigo to nochidne tanyisi Raymond Omollo ineno mimako makoro terno mano nyakwar wuon lo mano nyakwar Oyuga nyakwar wuon lo to mare no to koja kuobe pok nokwalo achaka wuyo kuom boya koth nitiyo gi babawa ma Beinasa nie lo tawacho gimomi manyo Omar nikech noluong nyingi to pod aluongo nyingi boya koth wanyawasi ang'eyi maber wuonu neno siep wuonwa babu owadu neno siep babawa to gimutimo ni osiepna rumo tam to bro mana rumo to wan pod mana an mana one time one family waten mana one time Kisumu Central en mana one time nutamo wan ok wadonje to no wadonje gima gunsu te to osiepna Fred Odhiambo Uda dok ne Nyasaye erokamano kuom ji te pare lien mamau babu owino donge mano nyono babu owino donge mano nyono mani wacho ni dwatero Sayuno omera wuoi ber piny tiparori pari maber to nino siep nandi to gimutimo ni chon tok bor osechopo to freedom is here.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen of the press. My name is Boniface Ogutwakach. I'm a human rights defender working with Kisumu Peace and Justice Center. What has happened today is a dark patch in the history of this country, and I think it will go down to cement the most retrogressive escalation of the constitutional freedom that we've always yearned for. What we have seen today in the courts is just pure persecution of dissenting voices using state apparatus. Omar, who has been a vocal young Kenyan and an active citizen, has today been brought to court under trumped-up charges after facing a day and night of torture. He was arrested yesterday. A vehicle blocked the road on the matatu that they were in. He was pulled out and then forcefully put to aboard a double cabin vehicle. They took him to another place where they also again shifted him to a Subaru. At that point, they blindfolded him and started driving around in full speed, not knowing where he was going. He has told us that he was taken to Eldoret. Fortunately, when he was taken to Eldoret, the police officers at Eldoret refused to book him. The same officers now decided to scout for another police station where they could hide their heinous act. He has said that he was taken to Kapsabet police station. They took him to Mosoriot police station. They took him to Kaimosi police station. All these stations refused to accept him based on the condition that he was in, because he was visibly tortured. They later brought him to Kisumu, back to Kisumu, and took him to Central police station. And again, the in charge of Central police station refused to book him in. That is when he was brought back to Kondele, because that is where he works. And the in charge of that station knew him, and I even identified him by name and said that then he will take him in. So he spent the night at Kondele police station, and then later on brought to court here at Winam in Kisumu, and was initially charged with murder of somebody that he doesn't even know, of a case that happened in 2024. that was in public domain, that even the suspected murderers had already been arrested and charged before court, and they'd already taken their plea. So it was even surprising that even after this, he's now also being added to that offense. Fortunately, the magistrate, Justice Nyigei, already saw some weakness in the charge sheet and ordered that the charge sheet be improved. So, and said that he can now be brought back to take plea at 2 p.m. So we have attended the plea taking. And again, surprisingly, now the charge of murder has been dropped. And he's now being charged with possession of ammunitions, as well as having 20 rolls of bang. These are new charges that have been cooked up very quickly within the last 2 hours. But we appreciate the magistrate and the courts for ensuring that he has been given space to be heard. What we have finished off is that he's been given a 1 million bond or a cash bail of 200,000. So we are in the process of making sure that he gets his right to bail as well as receives the necessary medical attention. Now, my message to the state. It is unfortunate that the state has chosen to use the brute force of state apparatus to clamp down on dissenting voices. It is sad that majority of the victims are young people who are just publicly participating in their role of improving the governance of this country. The police are alleging that Omar has been on the run since 2024. But we have always been seeing Omar addressing pressers. He's been a public figure speaking loudly about the misconduct of the police, the use of gunnery in Kisumu to try and forcefully subject wananchi to support causes that they don't want. And where he works is only 100 meters from Kondele police station. In fact, one of the places that he has been addressing pressers from is within the compound of Kondele police station. All this is public. They are available on social media and in various media platforms where he has always been speaking to. We want to pass our message to the police that the police are protecting perpetrators of impunity. That instead of going for the goons who have been violently brutalizing wananchi, they are going for innocent victims. Omar is a young father. The children, one of them is 3-year-old. The other one is 7 years old. Today, they are reading online that their father, and they're being told, because they can hear these discussions even at family level, that their father has been a wanted criminal charged with murdering somebody, a police officer. This is something that even as human rights defenders, we cannot accept. We are going to speak strongly and defend the rights of Omar, the rights of expression, the rights of participation, and his right to have an opinion. You cannot beat down people so that they support you. You cannot beat down people so that they remain quiet. You cannot beat down people so that they become afraid of you and not speak out their mind. That is not something that will work with our generation today. That is not something that even our constitution condones. The police must make sure that even in their conduct, they act professionally and within the constitution. We want the perpetrators of violence arrested. We still see them in public, walking and boasting that nothing can happen to them because they are being protected by senior officers at the Internal Security Ministry. In fact, they are very vocal in mentioning the name of Raymond Omollo. They are very vocal in mentioning the name of Boy Akoth as the person who who will ensure that Raymond Omollo supports them. We are telling the police that the country is going towards a bad direction and it is all being supported by their conduct. The in charge of the police, especially within the region, Madam Gesiri, we are pleading with you that you were not put in that position to protect perpetrators of impunity. We have given you the money, we have given you the resources, we have given you the constitutional mandate, we have given you the manpower in the name of various police officers and their apparatus to ensure that you are able to clamp down on this kind of injustice that is going on. My message to the political class, that we are heading to the election, and what we are seeing happening in Kisumu is something that you should be representing the common wananchi against. There is no way that young people can be maliciously charged, maliciously prosecuted, just because of their stand, and you're doing nothing. In Kisumu now, it is common to have gangs that are under instructions and orders from above. They are coming and perpetrating their heinous act and violations, but they are not being held accountable. The police, who are supposed to be taking action, are dancing with them. We have seen incidences, including loss of lives, that has been a common practice here in Kisumu, but the leaders are quiet. If they have their own political differences, they can square it in other platforms, but not through settling scores with the lives of people. We demand that the charges against Omar, the charges against Olivetti, the charges against any innocent young person who's being persecuted for just their political and opinion be dropped. We are demanding that all officers, because we hear there are some Subarus that have been sent from Nairobi and they are driving across town trying to identify and arrest and maliciously frame innocent wananchi, we want it recalled, all those officers to be held accountable. We cannot have officers who are supposed to be officers of the law being at the forefront of breaking that very law. Na mimi nawaambia, nyinyi government, whoever told you that now because Raila is dead, you can force Luos to do what they want, lied to you. Whoever told you that now because Oburu Arwanga have been put in the pockets of the political class and government, then we as a people are orphaned, lied to you. Whoever told you that through use of gunnery, through use of state apparatus, through use of force, you are going to persecute wananchi, lied to you. We are firm. We will go on with our lives. You can arrest all of us. You can take us to all those police stations that you want. You can do whatever you want using any instrument of power, whether it is DCI, whether it is NIS, whether it is the courts of law to persecute us, but we will still make our stand. That all of us want a better Kenya that works for everybody, not a section, not the political class, and most importantly, not for the few powerful individuals who think that because they are now enjoying the trappings of power, they can persecute ordinary wananchi. We will continue to speak, we will continue to air our opinion, and we are going to demonstrate against the laxity of the police to hold the perpetrators accountable. We are going to call a mass protest here in Kisumu to ensure that everybody in the world knows and we expose all these atrocities that are being meted on wananchi. That is my message. Now, to you, Omar, I really stand in solidarity with you. I stand in solidarity with your family. I stand in solidarity with you, Olivetti. I stand in solidarity with everybody else who's been persecuted by this government just because they are airing their genuine opinions. We will defend you. We will use our might whenever we can, and we are going to make sure that we stand with Kenya and the dreams of the new constitution that a lot of people shed blood for, to ensure that it works, that Raila Amolo Odinga fought for with his life, and his life has been a lifetime of struggle just to make sure that the constitution works for Kenya. We will not allow these retrogressive tendencies that are now being perpetrated, especially by the people in government. Raymond Omollo, your name has been mentioned a lot of times, and I want you to reflect. I want you to soul search on why your name is being mentioned. A lot of the things that are happening are public. A lot of evidence is out there because we have victims and survivors, and one day you will pay. I assure you, one day you're going to pay. You will not run away with everything that you are doing.
Omar power. Comrades power. Comrades power. Sinaomba free up Omar. Free up Omar. Omar, we just free up Omar. Justice for Omar.